In today's video, I have planned to do a super fun art challenge. This art challenge is actually a classic on YouTube. A lot of you might have heard of it before, but if not, I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you guys. Today we are going to be doing the 3-color art challenge. This challenge has been on YouTube for as long as I can remember. I've watched lots of other artists do it, and I decided it was time to bring it to my art channel. The way that this works is I'm going to pick 3 colors at random, and those are the only colors that I can use for my art piece. Let's go ahead and pick our 3 colors. So this is the package of markers that I'm going to be choosing my 3 colors from. I'm actually going to take out the colorless blender just because I don't want to be stuck with that because it's not really a color and it doesn't go along with the challenge anyway, but everything else in here is fair game. I promise not to retake this because I really do want this to be a challenge, so in order not to peek, I'm just going to look back here and you guys will get to see the 3 colors that I choose first. I think I want this one. Maybe, oh, I don't know. I'm so scared I'm gonna get a really light gray color or just get all grays and browns and yucky colors. I think this one's gonna be my second one. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. And then my third one, I'm gonna do this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 colors that I picked. Oh my gosh. Well, I did get one of the yucky blucky gray colors that I was worried about, but blue and green actually aren't that bad. I feel like I can do something fun with them. And I also got lighter colors, which is I think a lot easier. I'm not gonna prevent myself from using a pencil to sketch something out first and a Sharpie to outline it because artists I've watched in the past also allow themselves to have a black outline. But let's go ahead and jump right into brainstorming. The first art idea I thought of for this 3-color challenge was Pokemon because they come in all different colors, but I couldn't really pick out the 3 variations with the 3 different colors that looked right. I came up with this cute Lapras idea with a trainer on the top, but again, didn't feel like I had enough colors, so I settled on my own original idea, and this little sketch is kind of a hint at what's to come. It was a very challenging idea to execute, I believe, because it does involve having mountains and trees, and I'm not the best with realism or even landscape designs, so drawing trees and mountains really isn't my thing. Anatomy is also not my strong suit. Usually when I do draw cartoon figures, they tend to be silly and really out there, and I wanted this piece to be a bit more serious and surreal, so I had to really hamper down to get myself to draw this picture in the way that I imagined it in my head. I leaned into more of an anime style for the woman's face because I wanted to keep the woman herself very simple, very elegant. I'm just very thankful that she came out looking sort of the way that I wanted her to in my head because the first initial sketch of her, guys, was not very pretty. I'll include a little picture up in the corner so you can see, but I'm definitely a lot happier with the final process. It's time to go in and add my first color, which is that light green shade, and then I also added in some blue and blended it for the face. This is where I started to add in the details of the terrain, so the mountains at the bottom to kind of help frame the piece, and then eventually I'm going to get into the evergreen trees to make it look like a mountain scene with a giant woman kind of encompassed within the scene. I wanted her to be really a part of it. I didn't want her to just be a statue that's standing there. I wanted the nature to feel like it was made out of her, or she was made out of this nature scene. Again, it's not as silly as most of my ideas are, but it does kind of have that cartoonistic element to it that's not too serious. It was really hard to draw these evergreen trees and make them actually look like trees and not just blobs, especially only having the one green color to use. I had to learn how to layer colors and shade really well, and of course I did allow myself to use a fine liner for those fine details. But ultimately, I wanted to use the 3 colors as my focal point of the piece, and the Sharpie black outline was just meant for that, to be an outline. I wanted there to be a clear foreground, middle ground, and background. That being said, I know this sizing probably isn't perfectly accurate in this piece, but of course, this is a fictional art piece anyhow, so I didn't feel like it would matter too much how big the trees were in comparison to like the mountains. The woman herself, after all, is gigantic. My main focus for this piece was just to create something fun and unusual, and of course, use my three colors to the best of my ability. And honestly, I'm really happy that I did decide to go with an idea that was more original. I just think I haven't made something this creative in a long time. It pushed me to actually come up with an idea that I guess I wouldn't normally come up with if I just let myself use any colors I wanted with any theme. I wouldn't mind turning it into a series and actually making more of these women of nature in the future, or even men of nature. I think it would be a cool idea. At this stage, I'm just going over and layering on more color to add more shading and depth and texture. I only used those three colors and I was able to layer them thanks to my markers being alcohol markers. I also went over some areas with the gray because gray is a great color to use for shading. I got really lucky actually in the end that I picked out that light gray color. Here I'm just adding the finishing details. I did allow myself to add some white highlights. And there you have it, guys. Let me know what you think of her, and also let me know how well you think I did with this challenge in the comments down below.